Good morning, students. So, yesterday we saw Isha's story or what Isha said. So, only one part we saw when Isha at the morning and when she woke up and when she goes to the school and then then her conversation with her teacher. And now we are going to see the rest of the parts that are at the evening. Okay, at the evening, here you can see in the clock 8 o'clock timing is there. Evening, why do you like the program so much? Who is asking to Isha here? Her grandmother is asking to Isha, and they are watching TV, and she is having remote with her, and her grandma is sitting with her on the sofa. Here the picture description is there that is, Isha is sitting with her grandma and watching TV, and grandma is asking to her that why do you like the program so much? And now what Isha says that this program has Panchatantra stories, Panchatantra stories, and that's why I like it. Why Isha likes the program? Because the program is having Panchatantra stories, and that's why Isha like it so much. So after evening at 8:30, okay, 8:30, they are all sitting on the dining table and having their dinner. Generally, we all have our dinner at this time only, 8:30 p.m. So Isha Isha is looking at her father, and her mother is looking at Isha. But what they are talking about, what Isha's father says, you must eat everything that's on your plate. Means आपको जो भी आपके प्लेट में जो कुछ भी खाना होता है वो सब कुछ खत्म करना चाहिए. So what Isha said, but I don't like this dish. We all do this. Okay, the students, you children, all do this. We don't like this vegetable. We don't like that dish. So we don't eat it. We can't eat it. I don't like it. So that's why that is only Isha is doing with her father. She's telling to him that I don't like this dish. So his father is telling to her, you must eat all the everything that's on your plate. And her mother is looking, and her grandma is also looking at her at Isha. After this, Isha goes to bed at 9:30. So here you can see Isha is a very good girl. Isha goes to bed at 9:30. So everyone should go to bed earlier, go to sleep earlier. Then what Isha's mother says, here you can see in this picture one lamp is there, and uh, Isha is laying on the bed and having the blanket on her, and her mother is telling something to her. And what her mother says, but you have heard that story before, Isha. Her mother says to her that आपने ये स्टोरी बहुत बार सुन चुकी है पहले भी. So what Isha says, Mom, please tell me that story of lion and mouse. Isha want to hear the story of lion and mouse, and what her mother says, but you have heard that story before, Isha. Here in the whole six conversation, Isha says firstly, and after that her mother or her friend or her teacher or her grandma or her father or again her mother at the sleep time says after Isha. So these are the conversation and we have to think about it what Isha says. Okay, what Isha said. So this was the story, and today's homework will be is to write the Isha and conversation between her grandma, her father, and her mother again. And the last homework will be you have to write a story about Isha. So this will be your homework. Choosing any one of these events in Isha's life, write it in the form of very short story. Use the points given below when you write the story. So there are points given below, and you have to take them for help and write a short story about Isha's life. You can take any one of the example. You can take the morning time, that time Isha was very lazy and she was telling to her mother that give me 5 minutes, I'll be ready. And after that you can take the morning time, and when the Isha's book was all wet and her friend was telling her to tell the all thing that to the teacher. And you can take also the when Isha was desperate about telling the answer to her teacher, that she knows the correct answer. After that you can take the watching TV time with grandma. You can take any of the examples, dining table or sleeping time stories. And you have to take these questions, when did it happen. For example, if you choose the when Isha's book was all wet, you can write a story like at 9 o'clock morning when Isha was at her school, her book was wet. Her book was all wet. Means उसकी book गीली हो गई थी. When? At 9 o'clock. Where did it happen? At the school. Who were people present there? Isha's friend was present with her. What did each person say? Isha said, "Oh no, the book was all wet. The book is all wet. Now how will I write?" And what her friend says, "I think you should tell to the teacher about it." How did they say it? Happily, sadly, patiently, etc. They both were sad because Isha's book was all wet. What did Isha and the other people feel on that occasion? They feel very sad, or they were stressed. They were stressed. वो बहुत चिंता में आ गए थे कि वो कैसे लिखेंगे इस पेपर. Why did a person do say feel what she or he did? जो ईशा के साथ वाली फ्रेंड थी. अब कोई भी फ्रेंड ऐसे ही सजेस्ट करेगा कि तुझे ये टीचर को बताना चाहिए. तो वाई डिड शी said because she felt like that. So you have to write a short story. I have given only just one example. You can take any of the occasions or any of the conversation of Isha. Okay, so this was your homework.